Assalamu alaikum. My name is Umar Balarabi. I would like to use this time to do a tutorial on how to implement a login page using PHP. Assuming you have a page like this whereby the page requires a username and password for you to log into a particular website. So we want to use PHP to see how we can implement this. This is our a form. Sorry, login. I mean. This is our form whereby you have your div and this section is for the form. We have username, the label for username and the input box for the username, whereby the name of the input box is user, and also for the password, the username is the name of the particular input box is password. So these two, whenever you want to implement a login page or any other dynamic page using PHP in which you want to send your information to server, every control, every input box or radio button, you must give it a name. So for password we have a name pass, and for username we have a name user with our form. And the second thing you need to note that you have to specify an action page, that is the page that this particular form will send the data for processing. And this time we are saying it should be login page, so it will return back to itself. And the method in which you are going to use is post. If you can use get, but for now we are going to stick to post. So these two also are important. So now we have names, which is the first thing to do, then also the action and the method. You must specify this thing under inside your form tag. So you go to the at the top of your at the top of your page, you create a section for PHP, in which I have already used. I have a header which I included it, and I have a connection string, which is in another file. You can look my video, you can check my video on YouTube on how to do a connection string. So you define your connection string. This is my connection string where I have the database with all the connection, and I did this to test whether the connection is true or false. So I added the connection string here. And the next step is to specify where you are going to test whether you have a password or username, or you have sent your post request. So this will test and confirm whether your post has been sent. So the requesting method to your server is post. So if you check that post has been sent and the post to the server is confirmed, so you come to this area and define your variables, and you capture your username and password. So I'll say I will define a variable user, and I will accept my username using this post. So these posts, they are like an array from the post using post method. So the name of my post, you put it like an array. What is the name? So now we want to capture username. What is the name of our input box for the username? We say it's user. So we just type user. It's just like an associative array. So this will capture the username provided by the user and store it inside this username. And then for the password you say is equals to, we use the same array to capture our password, which we give it a name pass. It is here pass. So the next thing is to define your SQL query. Our SQL query to the server is to do the selection. Use a select statement to select all from, then you specify your table name. But our table name in this area, let's go to the database. This is our database PHP class, and we have a table user where all the users username and password are there. So this is our table user, and the column is username and password. So we want to confirm whether the username and password tallies with what the user has provided. So select all from user, that is your table. So then you put your first username. Make sure you have the same character. Username is equals to, so in this case then you is equals to, then you provide your username within this character, which is our variable username. So after that, then you and password. Also, you need to confirm that the password, the spelling is similar. If you have capital letter, you specify your capital letter. It's what you specify. Also the variable for your password here, password. So select all from user where username equals this and password equals to that. So this will go to the database. This is your what SQL statement. Then next one is to obtain, to execute the selection. That is to send this particular statement to the database and confirm whether you have that. So to do that, use my SQL. You just type my SQLi underscore query. You open a bracket and specify your database connection. If you go to database connection, this is our database connection, the variable for the database connection. So you make sure you have it first, then comma the second your SQL statement, then SQL statement. So after that, then you now and test whether you have a matching query. You are looking for a username and password that matches the username and password of a user. So you test to see, do you have a result in that database? To do that, then you say if you can use an if statement. If my SQLi underscore norm underscore rules, you specify your result. That is your result here. Make sure it's there. So if this one is equals to 1, double equal sign is signifying that it's trying to compare whether this is equals to 1. It's not an assignment that this is equals to 1. No, we are testing, do we have a particular one record that has this username and password? That's the meaning of this line. So it's saying, do we have a record in which the username and the password matches the one that is provided by the user? If true, then you specify, you go ahead and load. For example, you want to say, okay, if is confirmed, just move to the move to the index. So you come to this area and specify your index page. So now if we have a matching, you execute this line. This line is a meta tag which will refer you to what another index, which is what URL index, which is index.php. That is your URL. So you specify this one. Since we are inside a PHP environment, you have to echo it, which will execute this HTML line, and it will take you to to your index page. Let's go and try this one online in our in our localhost server. So let me say localhost. Let me close this one. Okay, sorry. So we put the address localhost slash, not just localhost dashboard. Now we want to go to PHP class. Let's confirm the name of our is what PHP class, small PHP, then capital C, PHP class slash login.php. So now if we load the page, we're going to have our page. So let's look at our database. If you look at our database, the username is admin and the password is admin too. So we come and say admin and the password is admin, even though I didn't set this one to have a property of password. So login. The moment you log in, yeah, wow, that's good. It's going to we have an error at page 12. So we go to page 12 and see how we can fix that particular page. Look at it. We have, if the object of class MySQL could not be converted to string. Certainly we remove this particular the dollar sign. We have a double dollar sign. We run. It will ask us, well, do we really want to repost our username and password? So can you see we have our username and password? Let's try again. Admin. So if you click login, it will just take you straight to your index. So this is just a demonstration on how to what do you call it, how to implement a login page. For the password, you can just come here and say it's a password. I refresh our login. So whenever you are typing, it will give you as a password. So let's try it again. Admin and admin, even though it will just show it as a password. So thank you very much for working. Don't forget to like my account on YouTube.